Hello and welcome to this week Econews, the environmental program broadcasting from Montehermoso. This week we are talking about the healthy and sustainable habits we have when we eat and buy food.
Alright, Jairo. All along the program we will comment on some different aspects related to the eating habit of students and teachers at school and at home, and also about sustainable food production.
Anna, let me ask you, do you think you eat healthy food? You eat fruit and vegetables, and how many packets of food do you collect at home?
Well, Jairo, I don't like vegetable at all, but I love fruit. And about food packets, it's true that a lot of food waste is produced every day in Montehermoso.
Let's start then. Which are the daily eating habits of the school community at home? It's very important to analyze first what our friends daily eat at home and see how much food waste we can find in a common household.
Of course, because probably we can find out very interesting results. Our teacher Lourdes has studied the daily habit of some students of our school, and she has come to this conclusion. Let's have a look.
It is widely known that the Spanish diet contains balanced nutrients and healthy properties. So we want to check the real impact of these features in our students' habits. The methodology of this research has consisted in making notes of the quantity and type of food our students had consumed during a week last January. After analyzing the personal registers, some conclusions can be drawn. First, the ideal breakfast should contain some dairy products, cereals and fruit. Most of our students take a glass of milk with cocoa and some biscuits or toasts, but very few students take fresh fruit or juice before starting their lessons. Second, during the break time at the school, most of them take a sandwich or some juice. Some of them prefer sweets and very few students eat nothing at all. Third, the food ingested during lunch time is widely varied. Legumes, pasta, rice and vegetables are common as the main course. Meat, eggs and salads are usually the meals for the second course. Yogurt and fruit are usually eaten as a dessert. Fourth, as the afternoon snack, they prefer some fruit, milk, sweets or a sandwich. Fifth, it has been found that a less quantity of food is ingested in their dinner than at lunch time. Their favorite meals are fish, pizza, burgers and omelettes. Summarizing these registers, we conclude that some healthy aspects of their daily diet are as follows. Most of them usually eat 5 meals a day instead of 2 large meals. One positive aspect is that homemade food is more common than fast food. Legumes, vegetables and fruits should be more regularly consumed since the amount of fiber recommended is not balanced enough. Finally, fish should be more included in their diets in order to reduce the amount of saturated fat and cholesterol and to protect the heart.
We'll interview some teachers about their sustainable habits at home.
You know that most of our teachers are parents and they have a Mediterranean diet at home. Let's listen to what they have to say.
We have done a survey asking our student families the same questions. We have obtained the following answers. 85% of the families consume fruit from their own production or livestock, something logical because they live in different villages where agriculture is a very common activity. Otherwise, almost 90% of the families buy food out of their village in big supermarkets. They think it is a good option to complete their needs. About the question how many food and drink packets are generated for rabbits at home per day, 25% of the families answered less than 5. 52% of the families answer between 5 to 10. Only 10% between 10 and 15, and approximately 14% of the families answer more than 15, as you can see on the graphic. Finally, we have found that 75% of the families reuse organic waste at home. The reason is that almost everyone has a domestic animal.
Hello, Mr. How are you?
Quite fine, thanks.
We are going to ask you some questions about your food habits. Do you consume
food from our production or livestock?
No, sorry, I can't, but I would like to get a great garden to produce my own food.
Do you buy food out of the village?
No, not necessary. I got a lot of supermarket in my town and I used to buy in the supermarket.
Hello Miguel, how are you?
I'm fine, thanks. And you?
I'm fine. We are going to ask you some questions.
Okay.
Do you consume any food from own production or livestock?
Oh, I wish, but I don't. Unfortunately, I have to do my shopping. I wish I could have my own farm, but not even a garden, so I must do my shopping.
Okay. Do you buy food out of your village?
No, not out of my village, not food. Other items of clothing or any electrical appliances, yeah, but no food. But anyway, I have to take my car because I do a big shopping every week or every 10 days. So I have to take my car to take all the bags of the shopping home.
Okay. And how many food and drink packets are generated at home per day?
Not many. We are only three at home, only three at my family. But principally dairy packets, tinned and canned food. Approximately between 5 and 10 items a day.
And the last, do you reuse organic waste?
Not very much. Some fruit peels for my own plants. Nothing more. Nothing more. I have not a dog, no animal, so I throw it to the trash.
Okay. Well, thank you, Miguel. Bye.
Hello Carolina, how are you?
Hello, I'm fine, Eva.
We are going to ask you some questions about your habits food.
Okay.
Do you consume any food from own production or livestock?
Yes, I do. My husband works as a farmer and we have cows and hens, so we eat every day our own eggs from our hens and sometimes we eat our own beef. We also have a vegetable garden opposite my house, and in summer we grow vegetables and fruits and then we consume it.
Do you buy food out of your village?
Yes, sometimes I have to do it. Although I try to buy fresh food in local shops, sometimes I need to go to a big supermarket and then I buy food there.
Do you reuse organic waste?
Yes, I hate wasting food and money in general, so when some food is left over at home, we try to give it to the animals. Vegetables and bread to the hens or the cows, and the meat or bones to the dogs. We have 2 dogs too.
Thank you, Carolina. We are going to connect to the studio now.
Our following step is to identify the food habit of students at school.
You are right, Anna. What do we eat at school? Do we usually bring a packed lunch? Let's see what happens in our school. From Monday to Friday, students stay at school all along the morning.
They usually have breakfast at 7 or 7:30 in the morning after getting up, but they don't arrive at home until 3 or 3:30 in the afternoon, so there are many hours between those periods.
Consequently, a lot of them eat something in the middle of the morning at breakfast. That is because we are interested in their habits of food.
What do students usually eat at break time? Is it healthy food? Do they bring a packed lunch or buy it in the canteen?
Today we are in a school canteen with Samuel, who will tell us the daily food consumption of the students here.
Good morning, Samuel. We would like to ask you some questions about the student food habits. Do you consider that you are selling healthy food in this canteen?
I have 2 kinds of sandwiches, one of Spanish omelette, which is healthy, and one of bacon slices, which is high in fat. I also sell a lot of snacks, sweets, and chewing gum.
Is there any law regulating the sale of sweets at the schools?
Well, in fact, there is a law that limits the caloric content of the cakes and drinks at the school. I think each product must be less than 200 calories.
How many sandwiches day?
60 aproximadamente.
And how many snacks has?
It depends. They like some snacks more than others, but they usually consume 14 or 15 packets of 30 bags a week and around 10 packets of 200 chewing gum.
Thank you for your cooperation, Samuel.
We have done a survey to our students asking them if they usually bring a packet lunch at the school or not. According to the answers and taking into account Samuel's interview, we have come to these conclusions. 70% of the students bring a packet lunch almost every day. 15% of the students buy a sandwich at the school canteen. 15% of the students buy a snack bag to eat at break time or just eat nothing. Apart from that, 3 out of 10 students buy a snack bag or some sweet at the school canteen every day, which means that some students eat a sandwich and also a snack bag. One remarkable thing is that 7 out of 10 students buy a chewing gum every day.
To conclude, how we can improve to make our daily eating habits healthier and more sustainable? Some students have prepared an ideal breakfast, that is, a very healthy breakfast, avoiding caffeine and other products rich in fat and sugar, and including ingredients of our Mediterranean diet.
Of course, Anna, but remember, they will also analyze the food origin, the production, and the final packaging.
Hi everybody, good morning. We are here with Lourdes, one of the school biologists. You know her perfectly well. She has prepared something very interesting for you. Lourdes, can you explain us what is this activity?
Yes, my students have been organized in 4 teams of 6 people each. Firstly, they attended some scientific information and tips about healthy and sustainable breakfast. Secondly, they designed the ideal breakfast according to the information they learned before in our lessons. And finally, they went shopping and chose the best products for this experience. Let's see it.
Thank you very much, Lourdes.
Which nutrients have your team chose for a good breakfast? It includes some carbohydrates for bread and cereal, some vitamins from juice and fruit, and some protein from meat. It is a balanced breakfast. Do you think that the breakfast meet all the nutritional requirements? Yes, we think so. Carbohydrates are for ensuring energetic needs, protein for the growth and maintenance of cells, and vitamins and fibers are ideal for the proper control of our body.
Let us know more about sustainable aspects. Where did you buy these products?
We bought more of them in a local market. As you perfectly know, they needed eaten from our household. The most eco-friendly they are.
Did you get some products for gardening? Are some of them homemade?
Many families have a garden. They will cultivate vegetables and fruit. And we get eggs and meat from our livestock.
Let us speak about both labeling. Did you see the label of product before buying them?
Sure, it was necessary for checking the nutritional composition and the origin of the product.
What other information can you read on it?
As you can see here, you are advised about allergic components and genetically modified food.
Finally, we need to think about waste and packaging. Do you think that your breakfast produces a lot of waste?
We try to avoid individual packaging and get some items from our local production. Do you want to try our homemade cake?
How delicious it is! And what about the plates and cutlery?
Oh, we decided to grind our own plates in order to not produce more waste. As you know, reduce is the most important art.
So, very good guys, I hope you enjoyed eating such a delicious breakfast. I think we have learned a lot about the food habits of the students in Montehermoso.
Dear audience, we are finishing. See you in the next program. Thanks for your attention.
Goodbye.